Hi friends, it's Julie Golding Page, Independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in St. Stephen, New Brunswick, Canada, along the tidal Scoodic or St. Croix River, the traditional territory and home of the Passamaquoddy. And I'm grateful that they share this beautiful place with us. Today I'm here to show you a project using brand new and gorgeous paper with gold accents, birthday themed, out of the brand new catalog that just came out this week. And I also have Celebration to tell you about. And our project's going to be super simple, no die cutting needed. It's really easy for even beginners to do. So I hope you'll have a look. All right, so let me change to the other view here and we'll get on the go. So if you tried to join one of my other videos today, this is the fourth time I've tried this. I've had the worst technical difficulties. So my apologies to have to keep restarting. I hope this one will work out for us. It's just been one of those days and one of those weeks. Maybe you can identify. If you can, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. It's just been one of those days that all you can do is laugh and try again. So here's Celebration. And Celebration is what I call the most wonderful crafting time of the year, because with every $75 spend before tax and shipping, you get to choose a free item. So all the free items are outlined in this little brochure. So there's stamp sets, there's kits, there's paper, here's more stamp sets, and more paper and other items as well that I'm going to show you in just a moment. And if you find you want all the things, the way to go is to join Stampin' Up because they have a special deal on during Celebration. So just until the end of February, you pay $135, no shipping, and most places in Canada, no tax either. So you save kind of 2 times over on that one. So you pay $135 and you get to choose $165 worth of items. Plus, they'll give you free this specially formulated stamp set that works with these 2 big sets of markers. So that is an additional $129 value, absolutely free, besides the $165 of stuff you get to pick, whatever you want. If you don't need the markers and stamp set, or you just would like something else, they will let you choose an additional $41 worth of stuff for free. So what I like to tell people is, come for the deal. There's no selling required. You can just buy for yourself, and if you want for your family and friends, that's fine. But stay for the community because you get hooked into this wonderful community of Stampin' Up worldwide in many countries. You get chances to attend their events and so on. Lots of opportunities for training in creative things and in business if you want it, but lots of people just do the creative stuff. And you also get to join my Creative Cafe team, and we do things together as well online. But back to the items you can get with $75 spend. So I want to show you the samples that I brought with me today, and here are some of them. So this is one of my favorites. It's the Friendly Seagulls stamp set, which is super cute. I love those little funny seagulls. You can also get a paper like this one called Fruit Salad with nice bright colors. There is this beautiful seam binding ribbon, which is in Fresh Freesia, and that is a light purple or mauve color. So that's beautiful and available free with $75 spend. Also free with $75 spend are these purple adhesive back sequins, but they also come with white iridescent and pink ones. So it's not just purple. And so that's a really nice deal as well. If you have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the standard size, this one is a good choice as a freebie with your $75 spend. So it's a Starstruck embossing folder. Look at that nice little pattern there. And finally, probably my most favorite of all is this one with the rainbow kit. So it comes with everything you need, including the adhesives to make these cute little cards. So all of these are free with $75 spend just through the end of February or until they sell out, whichever comes first. If you want to shop with me, I'd be delighted to help you. And my information is here online, and you can also just click on my shopping link right here in the post. So the mini catalog is where we are getting our card for today. And we're going to be working, excuse me, with the Wildflower Birthday Suite. And that is seen on pages 42 and 43. So the colors that it uses are Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Old Olive, Soft Seafoam, Pool Party, and Gold. So very pretty colors to work with, and should be something for everybody, really. If people aren't into pink, I know my daughter doesn't really like pink, you can use all these other colors instead, and they all match really well together as well. So let me show you some of the items from this that we're going to be using. So we're going to be using the Birthday Celebration Suite. It's got wonderful, in terms of the font, it's a wonderful font, and it's got a great variety of nice birthday sentiments. And then it has these extra bits here, ND, ST, RD, and so on. And they actually go with the dies. And if you buy the stamps and dies together, you do get a 10% discount. And look, you get all these numbers. Okay, so you can put like a 2, cut out a 2 with your die cutter. And where is it? There it is, the ND. So you could have second, so happy second birthday. Or you could use it for anniversary too. So it's a really nice touch that they added those things. But today for our project, all you'll need is the stamp set. So I'm just going to use that stamp set. And here is our card. This is a super simple card, no die cutting, really easy for everybody, including beginners. And I hope you'll enjoy it today. I'd love to hear what you think of it. So I like to start all the time with stamping because I like to get the ink out of the way so it doesn't inadvertently transfer to something that I'm working with on my paper. That's always very disappointing if it does. So we're using this Pretty in Pink ink pad, and I'm going to just get out the birthday stamp here. So that's this one. And to pick that up, I'm just going to put it down so I can read the word birthday. And I'm going to put my block down and simply pick it up. Okay, so you can read it. And that is wonderful because you can see through it. So this is a photopolymer stamp, and this way you can actually see through it. So we are going to just ink it up here. And I'm going to stamp over toward the right-hand side of my paper. So you'll see this is a really simple project, and you can do it in just a few minutes. If you had to make many birthday cards, you could do this. You could change up the color of the paper underneath here from a pink to something else if the people aren't into pink. And you could also do the same with the ink. Okay, so that's all we have to stamp. So that's it. I'm just going to close that up, move that off, and I'm just going to open my chamois, which you can buy from Stampin' Up. They're not very expensive. It's a special foamy material that you just wet down, and then you can stamp right into it. You can twist your stamps around and just use water, and you can clean your stamps up. Most of the stamp inks that Stampin' Up sells are water soluble, so any of the colors like this that come in this package would be water soluble, so you can just clean your stamps with water. So that is a really nice touch. So I'll just move those things out of the way. All right, so we are going to add this decorative paper underneath the birthday sign. And the decorative paper has this beautiful glitter finish, and the paper is actually brand new. And it is called Pastel Ombre Glimmer Paper. So let me show you the other colors so you can kind of see what they look like in their whole sheets. So here's the one that has shades of green. So it goes from kind of a yellowish all the way to a deeper green up here. So it has that ombre effect. We also have one with kind of shades of turquoise. That's very pale at one end and it gets darker and deeper at the other. And finally, we have this one that has kind of a peach pink at the end and goes all the way to shades of purple. So these are super nice, really spring-looking papers, and I think they're going to be very useful for all kinds of things. Even just a little accent like this adds so much. And the glitter doesn't come off. That's what I like about it. So no glitter storms in your house. All right, so let's use our tape runner. This is Stamp and Seal. And we're just going to stick our paper onto this other paper here, onto the glimmer paper. There are actually a few glimmer papers out right now, and I have found them to be super useful for adding just little accents of glitter and shine to my projects. I really, really like them. So I've had a lot of fun using the different glimmer papers in different colors. All right, so there, that is all done. So let's get the rest of this put together. So I cut my card base, and this is simply half of an 8.5 by 11 paper. And I'm going to use my bone folder to give that a nice crisp fold there. Keep it closed nicely. And this is a thick basic white cardstock that I'm using. By the way, if you want the supply list for all these things, my blog post details in words, written words, how to make this card, and it also has pictures of all the supplies. So you can just have a look there. And next is what I think is the pièce de résistance, and that is this beautiful paper. Can you see that gold shine? I don't know if it comes through on the camera or not, but I love, love, love this Wildflower birthday paper. So the Wildflower birthday paper comes with something that is a bit new for Stampin' Up, and that is sheets of die cuts. So you've got all these cakes and flowers and balloons and things, so you get 2 sheets of these die cuts, which are super nice. And then you get a bunch of different prints in the package. So you've got this one, which is beautiful, and it has kind of a light greenish pool party background. You've got, oops, that's upside down. You've got this set of tags, so you get 2 sheets of those. So those are going to be super useful too. You got this one as well, and they all have the wonderful gold foil. There's kind of a white version of the flowers. And then you can flip them over actually, and look at the beautiful colors on the back too. So there's gold foil on one side and then the other colors on the back. So it's really beautiful. So again, this one is Wildflower Birthday. It's one of my favorite papers in the new catalog. Oh, hi. Hi, Alexina. I hope you're having a good day today. I was just saying when I came on that this is the 4th time I've tried this video today. So it is one of those days. So I'm glad you made it. And I'm happy that my video is still on. So that's good. So we are going to adhere this piece of paper to a pool party piece of paper underneath it. So let's just add that now. And before you know it, we will be done this super simple card. So this is so easy. And if you like my card design here today, you might want to try one of my online classes. I do have a link right in this post as well. You can have a look at those. I've got everything from kit classes to technique classes coming up for February, and they'll be open until January the 15th. So do have a look at those if you're interested. And if you have any questions, just let me know anytime. I'd be happy to talk with you. So we're going to put dimensionals on the back here, these nice little hexagons. And I love these. I've told some customers before that why I stick with Stampin' Up! Is not actually all these beautiful items as much as I like them, but it's actually the adhesives because they're so good in their quality. Unfortunately, over Christmas, 2 of the handmade cards I received from friends fell apart because their adhesives were no good. And I know that nobody wants that after all the work that they put into their lovely cards, and I felt so bad that this happened. But the antidote is definitely to buy better adhesives. So I would recommend the Stampin' Up! Adhesives. I find they work really super well. Okay, so there's our card base, just so easy like that. And now we're going to put Stamp and Seal on the back as well. If you don't care for the tape runners, you can just use the liquid glue. And I do recommend this one, multi-purpose liquid glue that you get from Stampin' Up! And I find it also works on light wood. My daughter got a modeling kit for Christmas, and we were working on that recently, and we actually used the multi-purpose liquid glue to keep all the pieces together, and it worked super well. It sticks really hard, and you don't need a lot of it, so I like that glue as well. So we're going to put on the ribbon next here, And the ribbon I'm using has been out for a little while actually, but it's a really good one. It's the Gold and Silver 1/8 of an inch trim combo pack. So you get 1 spool of gold and 1 spool of silver. So it's a really nice pack, good for all kinds of things. And I like to just tie right on the spool here. Just beware, there is kind of a right side and a wrong side. Even the wrong side is really nice and glittery, but you can kind of tell the difference. So you might just want to pay attention when you put them together. So I use the bunny ear method. I make a loop there, move down the ribbon and make another loop. And then I simply cross them over and pull through. So it's kind of what my daughter did when she first learned to tie her shoes. She used to make little bunny loops like that. And then you can hold the middle and you can pull the little pieces to whatever size you want. And the other benefit is the knot in the middle stays almost flat. So it's really good if you're mailing your card. So here you'll see that I have one side, like one end of the ribbon is the right side, and this is the side I don't want. So all I'm going to do is just twist it around to the back, and I'll make sure that it's glued down that way so that it will stay. So I'm going to use my mini glue dots here, another Stampin' Up adhesive you get from Stampin' Up, and just going to put that down there and put this on. So I always recommend using a dry adhesive like this if you are making a card and putting on a ribbon or fabric. It's not that the multi-purpose liquid glue won't work, but it'll take a really long time to dry, and that is often time that we don't have, right? So, and it can be very messy in the meantime, just trying to get it to kind of stick for you until it dries. So there we go. We've got that down. So that's our little bow. And now the last step is to use these brand new embellishments that came out. They are called party dots, and they're very pretty. You can see they coordinate very nicely with this new paper. And I just got to find the right spot to open. There we go. So you could choose whatever color you want, actually. I'm going to choose these ones, the pool party ones, because they'll bring out this background. I'll hold it up so you can see it better. So they'll bring out this background cardstock here in a helpful way, I think. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. So this is my Take Your Pick tool, and one end of it has putty. So it'll help you to pick up these tiny little things that tend to kind of want to go their own direction. And you can just stick them on. So the way to do it is you put the putty tip on and then push while it's still on the plastic, and then pick it up. All right, so there, my friends, is our little project. Super simple, no die cutting needed. I'd love to hear what you think of it and what you think of this paper and this whole suite from the new catalog. I think it's really pretty. Maybe you have a favorite from the new catalog. I'd love to know what it is. All right, well, thanks so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderfully crafty weekend. Bye for now.